hitting that target. That's what Shooter's Choice aims to do when it comes to meeting folks' firearm needs. The spot in Dover carries firearms and accessories. They've got a live fire range and they offer training sessions.
Beth Parsons took it over 10 years ago and hasn't looked back, so we sent Delmarva Life's Katie Zerilli to Dover to scope it out and give shooting a shot.
Beth Parsons started working at Shooter's Choice when her husband was serving in Afghanistan.
It was hard. It's not easy when you know that somebody's in harm's way.
The spot in Dover offers firearm and accessory sales, a live fire range, consignment services, and training.
When it became for sale, I decided I could do that.
That was 10 years ago. Turns out her pulling the trigger has worked out quite well.
I must have done something right.
I think so.
And my customers are great. They keep coming back, and we have a lot of new customers.
So there's 4 basic safety rules. First rule is we always treat all guns as if they're loaded.
Beth's husband, Jim, teaches the firearms safety classes.
Second one is we never point the gun at anything we don't want to destroy.
We teach you with a pretend gun, and nothing can happen, obviously, with a pretend gun. We get you familiar with that, and then we give you a real gun to use on the range. Of course, the instructor's there with you to make sure you follow everything you learned in the class.
Third one is, and I'll show you, is we keep our finger off the trigger until we're ready to shoot. So go ahead and pick up your firearm, and you always want to make sure you're up nice and high here.
Here?
Yep, just like that.
As someone who's never held a gun before, let alone fired one, I can say for certain that Jim helped me feel safe and comfortable.
Fourth rule is know your target and what's beyond. And slowly bring that trigger back. There you go.
Where did I hit? I didn't hit him at all. I didn't get him.
Beth says newbies like me often leave feeling empowered.
They get very happy that they've shot a gun and done well with it, and they come back and they get a membership and they rent guns, or they come back and they buy a gun and they can continue to come back in. And it's nice because you remember they came when they didn't know how to shoot.
And when it comes to buying, the options here are endless.
Anything that's legal in Delaware, we carry. Shotguns, rifles, handguns, anything that you can hunt with, shoot for sport, target shoot, anything like that, clay shooting.
Name an accessory, it's here.
Focus on that front sight. There you go. Nice and smooth. Go ahead.
Got
Hit
him!
right in the head.
Oh, yeah!
Good shot.
Woo! Okay.
Not only does it give one a sense of accomplishment and of stress relief, it's also crucial to know how to protect oneself, especially in this day and age.
You never know what's going to happen. I think it's important that people have a way to defend themselves. A lot of times if you call the police, it could be 10, 12, 15 minutes before they get there. And who knows what could happen in that amount of time. People are learning now that the world isn't what it used to be, and sometimes they need to defend themselves, and if they choose to do it with a firearm, then they should be safe with that firearm.
Good. Good
I
shot.
got him on target!
She says shooting's an activity the whole family can do, and there's also the sport aspect.
Gives me a little bit of a competitive edge. If I shoot better than him, I can brag about it. If I don't, I can tell him forget it ever happened.
In fact, Beth says more and more females are starting to shoot. She finds that encouraging.
When I first started going to the distributor shows and, planning for the year to buy things, if I'd go with a guy or my husband, the people there wouldn't talk to me. They would talk to the guy. And I would end up saying, well, I'm sorry, I'm the one who's buying the product. Maybe you want to repeat yourself and tell me this time. And that shocked a lot of people. But 10 years into it, I definitely see growth in women-owned gun stores, women-owned ranges, and women shooting.
It's not as scary now, right?
Definitely not.
Beth's happy about what she's accomplished in the last decade, but as for the future, she's got another target in mind.
I would love to keep it in the family. One of my dreams has always been to be able to open a Shooter's South down by the beach. A lot of people ask me when I'm going to do that, and if I had $1 million, I would do it in a heartbeat, but I don't, and it takes a lot of work, and you know, I have the community's backing, and that's the most important thing right there. The community backs me, they want me down there, you know, they want me to be successful, and they want to have they want to grow with me as a company, and that means more to me than anything. So when they ask, you know, when are you going to build a range down south, I wish I could say tomorrow, but maybe in the next 10 years.
Good shot.
Hey! Whew,
Nice job.
that's good stuff.
Now, if you are looking for a Christmas gift for your gun-loving loved ones, Beth says a gift card is a great option because they come in many different denominations.
That way they can go and pick out their own
What
firearm.
they want, yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
absolutely.